Okay. Can you hear me now? This is like, oh my gosh, you should be able to hear me now. And also, does the video look okay? Is it like all crazy or do I look clear like I did last Sunday when I did the live with Stephanie? Okay, yeah, you can hear me now, right? Oh my gosh, you guys. Yeah. Okay. So all I see is Facebook user. I don't know who you are. So make sure you have to on the post where you see this. There should be like a link to Facebook StreamYard, and you just have to give it permission with your name. Okay. Okay. It's clear, but pausing. All right. Hmm. Let me switch to, it says I don't have a great internet signal. I'm not really sure what is going on. Is it still pausing? Clear but freezes. Okay, let me go on, let me get off my Wi-Fi and let me go on 5G. Just 1 second. Okay. Oh, what's me on the living room Wi-Fi? This is a nightmare. Okay. All right. My microphone should be back on. My video should be back on. And hopefully it's not freezing. I'm on 5G instead of on my Wi-Fi. How's that? Can you hear me now? This is like crazy. I'm going to have to like, when I post this to the YouTube channel, I'm going to have to like cut off the beginning of it. Sound is back. And there should be no freezing. Hi, Ben LaFonamore. You can hear me and see me, Sandy. Okay. All right. And I'm not blurry. Everything looks okay. All right. Okay. Oh my gosh. Here, let me see. Stick that over there. Yes, it looks way better on my computer now. Okay. Hi, everybody. Sorry for the crazy. So, Sandy, I see your name. Leah Sutherland, I see your name. Ben Laponamore, I see you. Sarah Louise Bush, I see you. Author Maggie Brown, I see you. Did I say Leah Sutherland? I can't remember. Holly Tabor, Tori Finley. Yes, there is a Facebook user on here that keeps talking that I don't know who they are. Okay. All right. Yay. All right. Kirsten Nichols. Yes. Hi. Okay, guys. All right. So basically what's happening right now, this is why it was like so crazy. I started trying to get it like set up 15 minutes ahead of time. I need like 30 minutes to get this thing set up because I'm streaming right now on the FanGrrrl Romance Rex Facebook page. I'm streaming on our Insta channel. I'm streaming on our YouTube channel right now. So like on Instagram, there should be me live for the first time ever on Instagram. If you're on Instagram and you're watching, this is a giveaway for Den of Vipers and a bunch of other stuff out of a Facebook group, FanGrrrl Romance Rex After Dark with a little like fire emoji. Oh, hey, Edgy. Hey, cool. Yay. Awesome. So I'm streaming kind of everywhere. So this is the first time I did this was last Sunday when we had our big announcement with Stephanie Hudson. You know, we had that big announcement that FanGrrrl Romance Rex is going to be hosting fiction fans in ball gowns. And oh no, May Pierce. Okay, I just got a thing from her. Okay, I'll talk about it in a second. So maybe I'll get in time. I don't know. Anyways, squirrel. Fiction fans in ball gowns last Sunday with Stephanie Hudson. I did a StreamYard where I was broadcasting everywhere. I never got the Instagram to work. And that was a problem, but it's working right now. So literally, let me repeat. Okay. I am streaming right now on the FanGrrrl Romance Rex Facebook page, which is public. I am streaming on the FanGrrrl Romance Rex After Dark, Edgy Contemporary Romance, Why Choose in Facebook. That's the group. That's really what this whole live is about. That's why it says like KA Night in the background, if you can see on my live. I am streaming. Oh, you know what? Let me do this real quick too. Layout. I think there's a better layout. Oh, no, there's not. Okay. Never mind. Just joking. I'm streaming on the YouTube channel for FanGrrrl Romancer X, and I'm streaming on the Instagram for FanGrrrl Romancer X. Oh, and Author's Corner. I'm streaming on the Author's Corner. So last Sunday I did that again with Stephanie Hudson, and I was like, I need to start doing that all the time because I'm using StreamYard, and what happens is when I do StreamYard, sorry, I'm getting messages at the top, that's why you see me do this. I get a lot. I muted some of my chats, but not all of them. Anyways, when you do it through StreamYard, I can download this video in HD, and then I can upload it to our YouTube channel, and it's also live right now on YouTube. So it's just, and I can like broadcast everywhere. Whereas when I do Facebook Lives from within the group, I can't, right? I don't have it in HD and I can't put it everywhere. Now, if you want your comments to stay private, then you need to be commenting from within a private place where I'm broadcasting. So you would need to be in the FanGrrrl Romancer X After Dark Facebook group and be commenting there because you can comment there. Or you need to be doing it from within Author's Corner. If you are watching from Instagram right now or from YouTube, then your comments are public. Okay, so just FYI. And people are weird about that because this is a giveaway for a steamy book. A very steamy book, as we all know. Den of Vipers, baby. So, okay, all that being said, let's kick this thing off. 20 minutes late. I'm sorry, I'll have to go late for that too. I was also chasing my dogs everywhere, and I just had a wonderful surprise to walk into my laundry room with a pile of pee. So that was fun. And another reason why I'm 20 minutes late. It's never easy. Okay, all right. So basically, what is this? And for those of you guys who have seen this before, I am so sorry that you are having to hear it all again. But because we're broadcasting everywhere, and because this Facebook group is relatively new and small in members, well, small compared to the other group, it's about 4,000 people. So that's not a small group, in my opinion. A lot of people don't know what this is. So let me explain. Okay, so yes, very steamy book. Okay, so every month, and we have 2 book lover groups that are named FanGrrrl Romancer X. And the first one is the original, we call it the OG group. It's got 45,000 members in it. It's a book lover group for fantasy, supernatural, and paranormal books with a romance element. And that romance element can be anywhere from closed door romance and fade to black to all the way to steamy and erotica. Okay, that's FanGrrrl Romancer X. Urban fantasy, paranormal romance, and romantasy. Okay. Then we have a new Facebook group that's new. I said it twice, that I just opened up in August, and it's where this live is meant to be really focused on right now with the giveaway for Den of Vipers, and that is Edgy Contemporary Romance. It's FanGrrrl Romancer X After Dark, and the dark means like steam, and it's Edgy Contemporary Romance, and why choose? Okay, but really why choose is kind of more of a trope. I don't know, I guess maybe it's a genre these days, but really it's anything that is humans that has some steam. Okay, so that is the After Dark group. They're both book lover groups. They are a recommendation groups. A lot of people don't realize this. They're not to come on here and start complaining about books. It's to come on here and tell us what you love, so that way someone can pick up an awesome recommendation. Okay, so those are the 2 groups. So because of that, because the group has gotten so big, the OG with 45,000 members, we now do these monthly giveaways. So I come on here every month and I give away really cool prizes. In the OG group last month giveaway, it was Raven Kennedy, the Plated Prisoner series, right? And then it was the 11-100 authors, and then the Thank You Ma'am contest. And so now we're doing that for Dark, and this is for January. So this is for K.A. Knight's books. She's giving away signed paperbacks. She's giving away other cool stuff, swag, and ebooks. And then we also have 11-100 authors that are giving away, which I'll read their blurbs after we talk about the amazing K.A. Knight. And then we have the Thank You Ma'am. Okay. Is everyone up to speed? It's so much stuff. Let me tell you, it's just crazy. Even preparing for this, it's so crazy. I'm just like, this little hobby of mine is not a hobby anymore. It's a full-time job. So anyways, okay. I'm just reading the comments. I'm making sure I'm up to speed with everybody. Got it. Thank you, Tabitha. I knew you already knew this. So, because like I said, we're broadcasting on YouTube and Instagram. Okay. So this month, the featured author for FanGrrrl Romancer X After Dark, steamy human, right? Contemporary romance is the lovely K.A. Knight, who I met when I was at Fiction Fans and Ball Gowns last year. Leah, I do not know how I do it. I'm going to try to respond to your comments, you guys, as you're saying that. So it might be a little bit too scroll. I don't know. I don't know. I do my best. You probably can see my dogs in the background. I got tired of chasing them everywhere. So I told my husband downstairs, I'm opening the door so they can get outside. He's downstairs and by the door. And I said, and I'm going to leave my office door open. Normally it's closed, and they're going to just come and go as they please. And then when this is over, I'm going to have to make sure that nothing is chewed beyond recognition and there is no accidents in the house. So as you see my dogs, that's what's going on. Okay. So, oh, excuse me. I'm going to have to, sorry, give me a second. I need a sip of water after all that. Okay. So I was at Fiction Fans and Ball Gowns last year, and it's a book signing in thank you for laughing, Maggie. I needed that. It's a cables in your pups do not mix. I know. I'm hoping I'm not having any issues right now. There's one behind me. I have 4, so I don't know where the other ones are. So it's a book signing in England brought on by Hudson Indie Inc. Now they are the ones who put it on. It's their book signing, but they have asked us to sponsor it this year. Not sponsor. We gotta be careful with my words. We're the guest host. That's the new terminology, which means they're putting it on. It's their book signing that they're sponsoring, that they put together, but they've asked FanGrrrl Rex to come be a guest host. So I'm flying out there to be like the MC. Okay. And I'm doing the authors panel, and I'm doing all the interviews with authors, and it's going to be amazing. Okay. So last year I was at that, and I ran into K.A. Knight, and I got to meet her, and it was so crazy because I had already read of Den of Vipers. If you haven't read Den of Vipers, I'd already read it, and like that book kind of, I don't know about y'all, but that book kind of blew my mind. Like it's just like I had never read anything like it before. So it is a I'm so excited about FFB, so excited. And I got to interview the Twisted Sisters last year, which I was just like, Zodiac Academy. It's just amazing, and I get to do that again this year, so I'm so excited. And they're actually like making a banner behind me with the FanGrrrl Rex logo that Dawn Davis designed, and I'm gonna be standing for the banner. I'm gonna have a microphone, excuse me, and then Sandy, who's on this right now, she's gonna be the camera woman. It's gonna be amazing. Okay, so anyway, I read Den of Vipers. I don't know. I mean, probably really close after it came out. I don't remember when it came out. Let's see. Let's have a look-see daisy. Okay, let me look real quick. Oh, look-see daisy. Some people are gonna be making fun of me for saying that. I'll never hear the end of it. Okay, so Amazon. If I go there, Den of Vipers. I do this a lot. Just take this is my computer right here. This is my master place where I work during the day. I am a software engineer during the day, and I'm a book person outside of that. Okay, Den of Vipers. Okay, so so you guys have to know what it is. It's got 51,000 ratings, almost 5 stars. If you haven't read it, I'm sure you've heard of it. It came out in July 10th of 2020. And, and I picked it up because everybody was talking about it. I was, look-see daisy, I know. I was, oh, that's Hopper. I actually call him Hopsa-Daisy, my little baby Hopper. That's where that comes from too. Anyways, Sandy, it was your first white shoes? Oh, I don't remember. I didn't know that you had read it, Sandy. And Tabitha, that's your top 5. Awesome. So, let me talk about real quick. I know I'm going into this, but you're probably wondering, like, what are the prizes and how do I win them? Right? So we get asked that all the time. All right. So what are the prizes? So K.A. Knight actually messaged me. I know. Like, how is this my life? I don't know. I'm the lucky. I'm just a lady who loves books, who created a book group, and it took off. And now my life is I'm like living the dream. I am living the book lover dream. Okay. And I'm also a book talker too. So anyone on Instagram who's watching from there, I'm Book Talk Becca on Instagram and also TikTok. Okay, K.A. Knight. I'm looking for, shoot, hold on, give me a second. I actually went to her author page instead of our chat. Okay, all right, cool. Okay, so this is what K.A. Knight is generously giving away. I'm floored by it. Okay, you ready for this? She's giving away 3 signed hardbacks I put paperbacks everywhere, you guys. Oh, I can't believe I did that. Okay, 3 signed hardbacks of Den of Vipers and goodies. Then she's giving away 1 signed paperback of Den of Vipers and goodies. She's giving away 1 set of signed copies of Daddy's Angel, and Step Brothers Darling paperbacks. And then 2 mystery KA Night merch prizes. How do you ever say that when you like merchandise prizes? Oh my gosh, you guys are ready for this? 1 prize is ARCs for a year. What? Advanced reader copies for a year. And then 1 signed hardback of Driver's Heart and goodies. Oh, and 1 signed Pretty Liars Duet and Swag. Then she writes, is that okay? What? Is that okay? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Is that okay? Yeah, Katie, it's more than okay. It's amazing. All too, like when I reached out to her, we had just hit 1,000 members. It was a brand new group. And she remembered me from FFB, and she knew I had, the bigger group and stuff. And I just said, would you mind doing I asked her just for I wanted maybe 3 paperbacks, 3 signed paperbacks would have been amazing, I'm like, oh, and then she was like, oh, this is what I'll do. And I couldn't believe it. So all for this little group at the time, which was 1,000 members. Now we're at almost at 4,000. We're growing really fast. We're getting a lot of members every day right now. So I don't think it'll be long before we're at 10,000, and then it's just going to keep going up from there. And I think it's just such a cool group, it's just so positive and stuff. So anyways, the person who just commented, it's this Facebook user. I don't know your name. So if you go to the link at the top of the post, you can sign in with StreamYard and give me your name. And that way I know who you are. Okay. If you want. All right. So those are all amazing prizes. So how do we give those away? It is hard. It is not easy. So, excuse me. The first thing we do is we look through all the comments on this live. And now that we have lives going everywhere, we're probably going to focus on the live in the dark group, but we will probably look at all of them. But the dark group for sure. So if you haven't joined, you're watching somewhere else, make sure I put on the post at the top, the name of the group, look it up on Facebook and go join the group. And we're going to be looking at the comments on this live to see who loves Katie Knight, K.A. Knight, I should say, who loves Den of Vipers, all that jazz, right? Okay. So that's the first way. The other way is I usually do a post and I say, hey guys, who loves Den of Vipers? Tell me why. And I put it in the announcements, and then we go through all the comments on that and we look there too. Then we scroll the group to see any posts or any posts that someone's done on Den of Vipers. So I would, if you love her and you want a book, I would do a post and I would tell everyone, my dogs, about it. Okay. Then you have to make sure you subscribe to our newsletter. There is a post in the announcements. It's free. We don't spam you. We don't share your email address. Literally, the only purpose is to get you a newsletter. So we make sure that everyone does subscribe to the newsletter who wins. So you have to subscribe to be eligible to win. But then we do a random drawing from the newsletter subscribers, and people win that way too. And then we look at social media. So if you create any content on TikTok, Instagram, and you mention FanGrrrl Romance Rex, and you talk about Den of Vipers, and you mention the group, that will be a strong candidate to win something. And I normally don't give away the prizes to the moderators or the admin team, just kind of as a rule. And this time, not this time, but recently, I gave away one of our signed books to Holly Patierno, who's a moderator, because she was the only one that did content. And I was like, I've got nobody to choose from. So congratulations, Holly, who designs a newsletter. You get something signed because someone should get something from social media. So I would, if you're a book talker watching this right now, or an Instagrammer or whatever, put some content out there, because at a minimum, you'll probably get the Level 100 prize, which is the 5 ebooks from authors of the group. And the maximum, you might get a signed paperback. Okay, so totally worth doing. All right, so yeah. Hey, Marcel. Yeah, the mods really do deserve it, and I am trying to find ways to get them to allow them to start winning too, because they do a lot of work for the group they don't get paid. you know, so I do try to give them some things if I can. So, okay. All right. So that's how you can win the prizes. Those are the prizes for Katie. And then, so I should say Katie Knight. I'll do that eventually. So that's how you would get all of them. So now what I do for the rest of the lives is I talk about the featured author. Oh, they're also featured in the newsletter, and it's really cool. Like they have a page in the middle of the newsletter. They give us a little bit of something about themselves, and they answer some fun questions. And then we also put the winners in the newsletter. We also announce all the winners in the newsletter first. So as soon as the newsletter comes out, check it out because your name might be on there and it's your Facebook profile name. Then later, like a week later, I'll do a post in the group with the winners. So if you want to know ASAP if you won, look at the newsletter first because that's the first place that we announce it. Okay. So, all right. So Dinner Vipers. What I was saying about Dinner Vipers. So I picked this book up. Let's see. I had read a reverse harem before. Sorry. Why choose? It's a hard habit to break. I had read a Why Choose before, but I had never read one like this. And I think that Den of Vipers prepared me for Haunting Adeline. Like the scene in Haunting Adeline with the gun didn't, I was like, oh, it's a gun. She's, you know, okay. Dee did way worse to Roxy and Den of Vipers. So, okay. You know, like, I think that Den of Vipers was definitely the first book that I read that had the blood play in it. That was, you know, I was like, okay, you know, it was a shocker for me, I think a little bit, but, you know, I picked it up. I saw it all over the Facebook groups, you know, I saw it even mentioned in the fantasy group, even though, you know, it doesn't fall under the group umbrella, but people were talking about it there. I saw it over Book Talk. I saw it over Instagram, you know, so I had to see what the fuss was about. And the beginning of it, I don't know about you guys, but I was amazingly hooked right off the bat with the beginning of it. You know, I'm not gonna give any spoilers, but the very beginning where she's in her bar, you know, and three guys walk in, I was hooked. And I was also, not gonna give a spoiler, pleasantly surprised with that. I thought it was really, I actually chuckled. I thought it was actually quite funny. And then I was hooked. And so this book it's a Why Choose. It is dubious consent, for sure. Dubious consent. Extremely steamy. I mean, percentage wise, I mean, when it starts going, you know, it's a lot of steam. I mean, what do you guys think, percentage wise? How much steam is in this book? It's you know, it's steamy. I don't know if it's considered. It is a long book. Yeah, I don't know if it's considered erotica, but it's, you know, borderline. It's very, 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 very steamy. It is a dark mafia romance. So the guys are part of you know, it's kind of like that crime romance. And, you know, and they're tough and they're rough. And Dee is, I have a girlfriend who is in love with Dee for short for Diesel. It's, you know, it's one of those where he is just as happy to have her as to end her. When I was reading that, I was like, I don't know how I feel about that. I don't, do I like him? Do I not like him? Like, but you know, it was Kenzo, yes, Kenzo. Oh, and that scene with the very first, I think it's the first encounter for her. It's good. It's Dubcon, you know. And if you don't know what dubious consent is, it's not non-consensual, so it's not non-consensual, but it's close. I mean, it's you know, where she's saying she's not interested, but she's extremely interested. So it's very spicy, it's very hot. It's not for everyone. If you are not a steam person and you are not a Why Choose person, this is not for you. Not for you. If you are a steam person and you are a Why Choose person, then definitely, and you like enemies to lovers, And you like to be shocked. I mean, I do think it's shocking. I think some of the blood play is, I think it is shocking. But then again, I had never read anything like it at the time, you know. So it's funny though how you can read books and how they can make you jaded, right? Like, you know, once upon a time, I didn't even like reverse harems. I know why Jesus. Like once upon a time, I was that person. That person was like, I'm looking for this. I'm looking for this. I'm looking for this. No RHs, please. You know, I was that person once upon a time. Then I read Cupidity by Raven Kennedy, and it changed my mind. And then from there, I read a bunch of different ones, but like in particular, Broken Bonds by Jay Bree. I loved Forbidden Honor by Mae Dawson. Then Psycho Shifters came by Jasmine Mass, and I was totally hooked. The latest one I'm obsessed with is The Black and Blade by Isla Devon. I'm obsessed with that. And also Fractured Fates by Hannah Hayes. Anyone who likes The Black and Blade by Isla Devon would love Fractured Fates by Hannah Hayes. And those the ones I just mentioned too, I think they kind of fall probably more over the other group, the original group. But it's hard for me to, you know, I'm both, right? I'm not one thing when it comes to my reading. I'm not only reading UFs or only reading romance fantasies or only reading mafia romance or only reading rock star romance. I read it all. As long as it has romance in it, I sign up for it. I love it. And the only thing I'm not a fan of is the closed door, although we do recommend that in the group. It depends on how it's done. You know, it depends on how it's done. But mostly I love it all. Most of it. I love it all. So there like anyone else though, I have my things, right? Like you'll probably never see me recommend Prego Trope. But tons of people in the group love it and tons of people recommend it. And that's why like we have these rules that you just recommend things that you love, and you know, and then you know, someone else can see what you love about it and decide if it's for them, if they love a bully romance, if they love the blood play stuff, if they love, you know, dubcon, if they love non-con, if they love clean romance, if they love closed door, you know, all that stuff. We recommend all that stuff. As long as there's romance in it, then we do that. And anyway, so, okay, I missed some of the comments here. You guys, I was on a little bit of a rampage. Ryder, yeah, right. I love Ryder too. Who's your favorite in Den of Vipers? I'm curious. Like I said, one of my girlfriends loves D. One of my girlfriends loves Ryder. I really like Garrett, I think. I think I'm a bit of a Garrett fan. I like Kenzo too. D, I like his humor. I like how he's like quirky. Um, you know, I'm not sure about the whole thing that I think he eventually gets to the point where he he doesn't want to kill her. Like he'd rather have her than kill her. I think that it does eventually get to that point, you know, and that's good. I think that's a you know that's a good thing. Kinzo, okay, are you between G and D? Yeah, yeah, yeah. And Tabitha loves them all. She read them all, and Sandy read them all too. Yeah, it's great. It's great. Okay, so Katie, thank you so much for doing this giveaway. So what we're going to do is by the end of the month, we have a new format with how we're doing all this. I'll talk about it at the end, actually. And if you can't stay for the whole thing, I end up talking for an hour and a half most times. So if you can't stay for the whole thing, that's okay. It will be posted to the announcements and in the dark group. And then it's going to be I don't think you'll be able to find it on Instagram after the fact. You can find it on YouTube though, and you can go back and watch it and hear the rest of it, right? Because we have so much stuff we cover. But I'm going to talk about some changes in the group coming up and the way we're doing these contests towards the end. Okay. Behind closed doors means that you get all of the angst between the lovers, but then when the steam actually happens, they go into a room and they shut the door and the author doesn't write it. And I saw a really interesting TikTok on that recently where an author was talking about how she writes this and she's trying to decide if she should write the scenes behind closed doors or if she should be less angsty in her writing, because she gets a little bit of feedback sometimes that she has all the angst and all the tension and that people want that payout. They want to have that steam, right? And I often refer to it as like a case of Now that we're so public, I have to be a little bit careful on what I say because this is going to be on YouTube and it's going to be on the Facebook page and stuff. But like, it's a case of the color blue and, you know, men, except it's the lady version of that. You know, it's like they get you all wound up, right? And you get all spun up there, but then you don't get to see it. And that actually happened to me in it was a really good series. I mean, I was page turning. I'm trying to remember well, I probably shouldn't say the name anyways, but that happened to me once where it was a slow burn, really angsty, lots of tension. There's even torture in the first book. There was torture in the first book. It was super dark. And then in the third book, when the spice happened, it was closed door. And I remember just being like, what? You know, like, I'm just so shocked. I was like, I just read 3 books of all this angst, and we get there, and I don't get to read it. I wasn't there for it. It's like, okay, you know, the stars collide, and it was amazing. You know, like that's how some of it happens. You know, like, and a lot of people like that because a lot of people don't like steam. Our After Dark group, the little fire symbol is meant for steam. It's not meant for gothic. A lot of people think that the group is just gothic dark romance. That's not true. That's one of the types of books that we recommend in the group. But really the fire is, you know, for the steam. So the payout, yeah. It's the payout, right? So, you know, but some people, they really don't like the spice. It makes them uncomfortable. And a lot of authors are very uncomfortable writing it. They want to write that romance angst, but they're really uncomfortable writing about the actual spice itself. And that's what this TikTok was talking about with that author. And that kind of like opened my eyes a little bit to be a little bit less frustrated by it, right? Because you have to kind of sympathize a little bit with the author is going through, I think. So especially since I'm writing now, so I'm super like sympathetic. I wrote my own steam scene in my book, so I get it. I get how it's awkward. The very first time I had to describe the male parts, you know, I'm like, oh my god, what am I going to say? You know, like what words do I want to use? Do I not want to use? How do I describe it? You know, but so I get it. And especially if like their families and friends are reading it, some people are really comfortable. That's why they do pen names, you know. So, anyways, wow, on a tangent there. But yeah, so I love Den of Vipers. That's where that's all like heading to. I do love it. I think it's great. My favorite part of Den of Vipers, actually, it's got great steam. But it's not all the steam for me. It's the angst and the enemies to lovers element. For me, that's my favorite part about the series. The book. And it's a standalone, by the way. A lot of people don't realize that it's a standalone. It's very big, but it's great. I really recommend it if that's your jam. So, okay. So, little bird, would you die for us? Yeah. Oh. He does have some good lines too. You know, when I met Katie in FFB, she was telling me about how she came up with the idea. It's not really my story to tell. But she was telling me about like it just was one of those things that just hit her, and she just rolled with it and wrote like a lot in one night kind of thing. It was really cool. She's a sweetheart. I'm short. I'm 5'2". I think she's shorter than me, so I felt so tall standing next to her. I'll have to post a picture that I had with her that I did when I was there in the group and show you guys. It's great. It's absolutely fantastic. So the unicorn fanny pack. Yeah. Oh, I know. Enemies to lovers is just so good. At least in my opinion, it is. Anyways, okay. So that is our featured author. I know we're going really late now because I had all the technical difficulties, and I am so sorry about that. I really am. But I'm here, like I said, and you don't have to watch the whole thing. You can come back on and off. I do try to do like minute markers when I tell people about the video. Maybe I need to actually do it on the post itself. That probably would be helpful. And comments after the live count too, by the way. We look at all because we end up looking at it like a week later, you know, all these comments. So, okay. All right. So the next bit of the live is, oh, by the way, how's my lighting looking? I put a Ring camera on. I normally don't. I have like the light coming from Florida. My windows here in my offices where I actually work during the day. But it's really dark because it's really stormy. So I did a Ring camera, or ring light. I mean, it's a little baby ring light. It's like clips onto my monitor. So it looks okay. Oh, thanks. I got really excited. I did a little blue eyeliner. I don't know. I saw this like sparkly thing on Facebook yesterday in a reel. I'm like, is it magpie? The bird? that like they see something sparkly and they just like, you know. And I saw this reel on Facebook with like the sparkle eyeshadows yesterday, or the day before. And so then I did my eyes today. I was like, I'm gonna do the. I don't really have sparkles, but I'm gonna go with the blue. Pretty, right? It's really pretty. I love it. Okay. Anyways, oh, and this is just one quick thing. If you go to our Facebook page, FanGrrrl Romance Rex, there's like a almost like an animated picture of me that Dawn Davis designed, but she did it from this shirt. So this is the shirt that inspired the picture on the cover. I just think it's so cool. Okay. All right. Moving on. Okay. So next we have the next portion of our show is oh, Angie, you're so sweet. The next portion, and Maggie, I'm so glad you're here. And I should say, oh, let me say real quick, because Maggie's on here for everyone watching. She is a signing author at FFB this year in March in Manchester, and I'm going to be filming live from there, so you'll get to see her, because I'm sure I'll be interviewing her, Maggie. I'll go up to her and talk to her, and you guys will get to see her on camera. But she's a signing author there, and it's her very first signing for FFB. I think it might be your first signing altogether, maybe, because she's a new author. And she just did a post in the fantasy group, and in her dress that she wore last year. Her mom sewed it, and it's this beautiful red gown, and it has this like embroidery down it, like these black like roses. I think they are flowers. It's gorgeous. But you should go in the fantasy group and check out her post. Search for author Maggie Brown and see her in her dress. It's gorgeous. Anyways, okay, all right. So let me do the 1100. So the 1100, what that is we have a post where authors can sign up to be the 1100. So the featured author has to be someone, again, guys, we hear this every time, I'm sorry. The featured author has to be someone that I've read and that I love, because I talk about it, right? I have to get behind it. It's got to be something that I personally love. And so that's why they're featured, and they're featured in the newsletter, and they get a post and announcements, and they do a very nice giveaway for the group and all that jazz. Well, we have a lot of authors who want to do giveaways. And so we came up with 11100. And what that is that's 11 winners in the group, and there's 5 authors, and each of the 5 authors give away one ebook, and it's a bundle. And then the 11 winners get a bundle of 5 ebooks to try. And I actually get 11100 authors all the time asking me if they could do a signed paperback. And maybe in the future. Right now, it's just easy to do the ebooks and have a bundle like that. So that's what we do. And they work with you directly, okay, if you win. And I list it in the newsletter, and newsletter subscribers are very eligible for that, and all that jazz. Okay. So, oh, Tabitha, yeah, Tabitha's won the 1100 before. Yeah. So, so this month for the 1100 authors in the dark group, there are 5 of them. I'm going to say who they are. Give me 1 second. Let me open up the little thing. Thankfully, Holly Edgerton helps me so much. 1 second. Okay. Holly Edgerton helps me so much in putting this together. So what happens is the 5 authors send me like a short blurb for talking about their book, so I can tell you guys on the live, and it gets sent to me, and I don't read it until a live, because it's, in my opinion, that's funny. So I'm about to read it. So Holly Edgerton, who's a mod, she always takes what they email me, and she puts together in a Word document, and then I go through it and I read it here for you guys. So that's what I'm about to do, and I haven't seen it myself. So these are 5 authors in the dark group. That means they're contemporary romance. There is no magical element, no supernatural element or fantasy element, typically. Okay, every now and then one gets in that I don't realize that signs up, and it is what it is. You might get a little bit of fantasy, but this time I think it's all straight, just human only. Okay. All right, so let me pull that up, and I will start telling you who we have. Okay, cool. All right. Okay, so the first author we have that's donating for the 1100 is Geneva Monroe. Okay, and she's actually done this before. I think in the fantasy group she's done it, and so now she's doing it here for the dark group. And if any of these have fantasy elements, then we'll figure it out. And oh well, you still get a free book. Just know what you're. Maybe go to Amazon and read about it outside of this to make sure. Some people don't care. Some people do. It is what it is. Okay, so, all right. So let me move this over here so I can read it a little bit better. Well, hold on. Sorry, give me a second. All right. Okay, so here we go. All right, this is called Dark Oz. Okay, so Dark Oz is a deliciously dark retelling where Dorothy never has to choose. Wow. Sorry, I'm thinking out loud at the same time because I haven't seen this. Dorothy never has to choose. Okay, after unexpectedly being sold to crime boss Easton Witcher, Thea must rely on the three smugglers running yellow brick taxi cabs to get her to the wizard and the promise of a life outside of Oz. She just has to make it there alive first. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Dorothy Wizard of Oz retelling. That's cool. It's a why choose, obviously. I wonder if the wizard is in her harem. Oh, can I say that? The harem thing. I wonder if the wisdom is in wisdom. The wisdom. The wizard is her, one of her men. What do we think? I don't know. Maybe. Okay. So at least we know that she's got the three. Okay, so the next one is our next author is Jordan Ellery. Okay, and this is called Retribution, and it's a MF, right? So a male, female, not why choose. Okay, that's the thing about karma. It always comes back with a vengeance. Indy and Reed are worlds apart in their lifestyle, but what happens when their worlds collide? With an ongoing custody case, cheating fiancés, a contractual marriage, and mysterious messages, what will become of Reed and Indy's relationship? That sounds good. That's pretty cool. The cheating fiancés. I don't know about you guys, but I always get spun up when someone cheats in a book. I get spun up, a lot of times authors will make it where like you think that they're cheating, but they're not. There's like a reason, and the guy's like in a room with a girl, and I get so mad. I don't know about you guys. I'm just like, I hate that. I love it, but I hate it. I hate to love it. Okay, the next one is by Heather Renee, Ruthless Truths. Okay, it's also an MF, male, female, not white cheese. Okay, so I'm certain my life has reached a new low when I decide to put myself up for auction at a charity event. Auction. I love auctions. Do you guys like auctions and books? I love it. Oh, look at that. Wazam. That's so cute. Except letting billionaire men bet on me is nothing compared to what happens afterwards. Well, I saw something I wasn't supposed to, and now people want me dead. Okay, that explains it. Dangerous men that I didn't even know existed in our city. Lucky for me, the man who had the winning bet for a date with me is equally as menacing, or maybe not so lucky. That sounds really good. That sounds really good. I love auctions, so that sounds really good. Super, super good. All right. The next author is Evelyn Flood, and her book is Kept, and it's a why choose. All right. So, it's a Rapunzel retelling. Okay. So our FNC, Zella, has been kept in an apartment by her guardian, Ethan, for more than 20 years. When she's discovered by three morally gray men who break her out of prison, Zella must choose between the man who saved her as a child and the man who rescued her as an adult. But it's why choose. Yay! It sounds like a love triangle there for a second, but it's a why choose. So spoiler alert, she probably gets them both. That's why we love why chooses, right? I used to love triangles, but now that I start reading why chooses, I just always want the love triangle to end in a why choose now. I don't know if you guys are the same way. So yes, all of them. Let's do it. Yay. Okay. So we got one more. So she just emailed it to me. Sorry. So I've got to pull it up differently. She just emailed me, and she said she emailed me. She says since, but I don't see it. That breaks my heart because I want to read it for her. She says it's been sent. Thanks I don't see it. Okay, so our fifth author was supposed to be May Pierce, but if I can't read hers live, she probably sent it to the wrong email. You know, we people mess up the R's, you know. They don't do 3 R's. Sometimes they do 2 R's and then it doesn't get to us. So that is a bummer. I'll have to decide what I want to do about that because you know what? I can go to Amazon and read the blurb. Okay, so but I don't know what book it is. Hold on. She says it's been sent, but I don't know what book it is. May Pierce. Let me go real quick and see if anything's obvious. Hold on. If anyone knows, let me know. You guys probably don't know because I don't know. Amazon, May Pierce. Oh, it just breaks my heart. Oh, she's got several books. You know, I always feel weird when I don't know authors, especially ones that sometimes I get authors message me and they're like really well-known authors, but I don't know them and it's always a bit awkward. Okay, so I don't know which one she's giving away. I'm so sorry, you guys. Oh, she's got a big one. Triad's Curse, Power of Blood Book 1 is over 1,000 ratings, almost 5 stars on Amazon. That's a big book. I don't know if that would be the one or not. All right, hold on. Let me look one more. I'm guessing it's probably the one, but I could be entirely wrong. Let's look and see what that is. Triad's Curse. It looks like no, it's Paranormal Romance. So that's not the one. Okay, hold on. One more time. There's something called Burnt Heart. Let's try that one. Does anyone have any idea? I'm looking at the comments. Maybe someone here might know. Okay. This one might be it. Mafia Romance, Polyamory Romance, Contemporary Romance. May Pierce. It's called The Burnt Heart. It just came out in November. I bet you this is what she's going to give away. Okay, let's just go with this. And you know what? I can just ask her for it to be this one. I'm guessing, I mean, I would be surprised if we couldn't do it. Okay, so we're going to go with this. All right. The Burnt Heart by May Pierce. And May, if you're watching this, I'm sorry I don't have anything. It didn't show up in my email. Okay, so it wasn't a proposal like I expected, but a breakup. In the shadowy underworld of Greenwich Bay, even my status as the Orizio heir couldn't shield me from heartbreak. Jesse, Logan, and Briar, the ones I trusted most, shattered me after 5 years of love. No proposal, just betrayal. Vengeance drove me into the arms of my ex-fiance, a rival crime family, Scion. Let them see how quickly I can move on. They don't need to know that our arrangement is fake. But with my life in danger, I am forced to rely on them again. They use the opportunity to beg for my forgiveness, but the pain from their betrayal still smolders. How can one mend a scorched heart? And then it talks about, okay, that's her point of view. And then there's a whole thing that says, we broke our girl's heart, and it comes from the guys. That could be good. That could be really good. That could be really good. My guess is this is the one that she's giving away. It sounds like it might be one of those that she tries to make them grovel, which I love. Those are great. Yes. Oh, it's half that. Good. Okay, we're just gonna say it's that one. Okay, what do you think? So that's May Pierce. My guess is that's gonna be the book. Okay, so that is our 11-100. Now we have our thank you, ma'am. Now I'm actually really excited about the thank you, ma'am. Give me one, and thank you, 11-100 authors, I should say, and they'll be in the newsletter and there'll be a post. Okay, so the grovel is like 60% of the book. I do like a good groveling. That's what it sounds like it'll be. So it should be really, 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 really good. Okay, so give me 1 second. Let me pull up the thank you, ma'am author. You guys, the number of messages I have is cuckoo crazy. You know what? I am just going to find, oh my gosh, this is crazy. Okay, all right, hold on. Let me just go to what I have checked out on KU because I actually read it. And I didn't read it because it was a thank you, ma'am. She reached out to me. Hold on. Oh, shoot. Okay, 1 second. Doop, boop, boop, boop. She reached out to me. Don't mind me, guys. Just trying to get this all figured out over here. That's what I tell you. It's like, it's so much to, I love doing this. I do. but it is, and I'm like looking, I've got my tripod up, so I'm like literally doing this, trying to get to my computer screen to see stuff. It's a lot, you guys. It's great. No question. Fantastic. Love it, love it, love it. But it's a lot. Okay, here we go. Yes. Okay. So she messaged me this thank you, ma'am, author, and I had never read her. And so I went to Amazon to pick her up to see if she was eligible for Thank You Ma'am, because for Thank You Ma'am, for the fantasy group, you have to have over 1,000 ratings, close to 5 stars to donate a book box, which kind of sounds crazy, right? Like it's so nice for an author to donate a book box, and so for us to have to put criteria on that feels really weird. It's like, oh yes, we'd love your donation, but you have to have da, 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 da. And it's just because we have so many authors that want to do it. How do we choose? And it's only one a month, so right now. Oh gosh, I hope I don't sign myself up for more. More giveaways. But anyway, so she reached out to me. I had never heard her before, this Thank You Ma'am author. And so I went on Amazon to see if she met the criteria. And for the dark group, we made the criteria 500 ratings, 4 to 5 stars for 500 ratings or more, because the dark group is a lot smaller. And a lot of people don't know, like a lot of the authors in the dark group don't know what we're about or what we're doing, right? They join the group. It looks like a cool Facebook group, but they don't know all the stuff that we do for authors every month, all the giveaways we do, and how visible it is. The newsletter goes out to thousands of people. That is a huge stage for a Thank You Ma'am author, because they get the front page of the newsletter, top corner. And that is a huge stage for people to see their book. And the Love 100 authors get huge visibility too. And the word is caught on in the fantasy group that it's really good for visibility for these giveaways. It's caught on over there, but mainly because the group is 45,000 members, so people just they're like, oh yeah, lots of visibility. But people don't realize with the dark group that it's 4,000 members, yes, but we have thousands of subscribers who get the newsletter. And so it's really good for visibility. And so the word really hasn't gone out yet. So I've been doing posts saying, hi, I need Thank You Ma'am authors. I need Love 100 authors. Anyone who wants to, right now people don't know about it, and so I'm just trying to get the word out. But eventually this group will be, I think, as big as the other one. And then I'm gonna be having authors contact me all the time like I do in the big group, so anyways, so this author contacted me. Oh my gosh, the story is so long-winded. I'm so sorry. Oh yeah, Maggie. Yeah, she wants to do it one day too. I know we have to stick to the criteria, but one day, hopefully, we'll do a Thank You Ma'am for you, Maggie. Anyway, so this author contacted me, and I pulled it up on Amazon. I was like, well, that cover looks good. And so I was just in the mood for it, a dark mafia romance. And so I started reading it, and I was chuckling. I really liked it. I really, really liked it. It's The Ruthless King, a dark mafia romance by Sienna Cross. You guys may know her. I didn't know her. Sienna Cross. And it's about, let's see here. Oh, sorry, it's comments. It's about it's one of those that you get sold to the mob kind of thing, stories, where this one's actually really nice because there's a lot in Italian. Like there's a lot of phrases and things that are said in Italian, and it really makes you feel like you are reading a mafia book. But it's a dark mafia, and she's got a lot of spine to her, this FMC. I really liked it. I actually remember, I would say the first half of it, I was probably dropping comments in the moderator chat saying, this is a really good book. Like, I think I'll probably end up recommending it in the group. Like, I'm really, really enjoying it. And it's good. And it's basically like a standalone feel. It is a series, but the first book is one couple and the next book is another couple. And so, by the end of the book, you do get that completed, finished feel, even though it is a series. And I loved it. I thought it was super strong. And there's also like a trope of the friends to lovers with it too, which was kind of a nice surprise. I really, really liked that. And there was a couple scenes in the beginning that was very protective, that I was really vibing with too. I really thought it was good. I thought it was a really good dark mafia romance. And so I really personally, I do recommend it. So normally the Thank You Ma'am authors, I actually don't get to read. We make the criteria, and then as long as they need it and they offer, then we give them a spot. A lot of times I don't have an opportunity to read it, but I did this one and I actually really, like I said, I really, really, really liked it. That's Bear. You see Bear in the background. He's so cute. He's my little Cavapoo. He's a year and a half, almost 2 years old. He's gorgeous. Anyways, okay, so that's the Thank You Ma'am author. Thank you so much, Sienna. She was such a sweetheart over Messenger, and she's going to do a book box for The Ruthless King. Again, I thought it was great. Well, actually, I think it's The Ruthless King that she's going to do it for. I don't know if I pulled her up and then I just saw that book and I was immediately hooked. And then I just assumed it was that one, but I think it's that one. And like I said, I thought it was great. I did. I read the whole thing in like probably most of a night. I read it. I think I got most of it done in a night and then finished the rest of it the next morning or something. So anyways, it was great. So yeah. So and I'll probably will write a review in the group for it. I might not do an emoji review for it. I started doing other kinds of reviews too. Okay, so before I get into all the group stuff and everything else, let me just sum this up here so I can say officially, this is our live. These are all the things that we were talking about. And then I'm gonna start talking about other stuff. So that way if people need a drop off or whatever, that's fine. If you want to keep staying on with me, that's great too. So this is FanGrrrl Romance Rex, on Facebook. This was the live giveaway for Den of Vipers, KA Knight, also our 11100 authors giveaway, and our Thank You Ma'am giveaway, Sienna Cross. And the 11100 authors, one more time, let me pull up that little window, is, okay, Geneva Monroe, Dark Oz, Jordan Ellery, Retribution, Heather Renee, Ruthless Truths, Evelyn Flood, Kept, and then May Pierce, Broken Hearts. I have that off the top of my memory, that last one, just because we just talked about it. So that's basically, and then we're going to take a few weeks. By the end of the month, we should have it all picked out. Okay. Oh, I tell you what, when I get off these lives, I am is a lot. Okay, so what the format is for the lives going forward, let me explain that, and I'll talk about the reviews, and I'll talk about what's going on in the group, and then I'm going to go read. Surprise, surprise. Okay, so we were having a pickle with the way we did the newsletters. The newsletters take time to put together, and picking out the winners takes time. If I do a live at the end of the month, it means the newsletters don't go out till the next month. And when I reach out to an author and I say, or the 1100 authors or the Thank You Ma'am author, I always tell them it's a month. Like, you're the featured author of January, or you're the featured author of, whatever, or 1100, whatever. We've been having problems with things going past the month, and it's made it very confusing. So for example, right now in the OG group, Stacey Marie Brown is the featured author for November. I didn't get to do a live for her until the end of November. The newsletter didn't come out till close to the end of December. The posts with the winners didn't go out to the end of December. Well, Raven Kennedy was supposed to be the featured author for December. So now I've got a scenario where Stacey Marie Brown has her cover on the group cover photo. The newsletter for her came out in December, and her posts are hitting in December, but yet it's Raven Kennedy's month. So I'm just like, it's like a pickle. I'm just, how do we fix this? So I talked with we have a publicity team, publicity chat to cover all these kinds of things, like different ideas for giveaways and things about the group to get the word out about the group and all that kind of stuff, engagement and all that. And I talked to them, and what we came up with was I'm going to do the live video at the beginning of the month. And so like the first or second weekend of the month, like what I'm doing right now. Then the newsletter will come out by the end of the month, and all the posts will happen in the end of the month. And then that way no. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm already confused. I'm going to do the live at the beginning of the month. Then I'm going to switch out the group cover at the same time I do the live. So the author has the live video and the announcements for the month. They have hype posts in the group about the live, like I did today with, hey, we have a live for, KA night. It's going to be in the announcements. The cover photo is going to be switched out for the rest of the live. And then, you like that I start off strong and stay strong. And then the newsletter is going to come out in the month. So that's the featured month. And at the very end, we'll have the winners announced on a post, and that will just be up to the end of the month. So that's the only thing that's not going to get the full month. So when they're featured in the month, sorry, it's that time, the dogs. When they're featured in the month, it's going to be everything happening in that month. Oh, there's the dogs. Yep. Yep. Sorry, guys. Someone's probably out in the front yard. Yep. Not much I can do about it other than scream on my shoulders. Scream over my shoulders. Oh, I just made that brighter. Can you see? It's getting so dark. Okay. So that's what we're going to do with that. That explains that. I know. My husband's out there saying, dogs, come on, mom's doing the live. But to be fair, my live has gone on really long. Okay, so that explains how we're going to do that. Now, I'm considering alternating months between the OG group and the dark group. It is very hard to do all of this in 1 month for both groups. So we skipped January in the OG group. So Raven Kennedy is supposed to be the featured author of December. Her posts are going to hit at the end of January. The newsletter is going to go out in February, and we're also going to be adding a page for Cupidity. And so Raven Kennedy technically is now going to be featured in February to the end of February. Then March, oh my gosh, you guys, March in the OG group is going to be Hannah Hayes, Fractured Fates, and she's going to do a StreamYard with me, a live interview. No, I haven't told anyone. You guys are the first to hear. So that's happening in the OG group. Dark group, I think I'll probably still do the OG group every month because I have for 2 years, but the dark group might alternate months because it's just so much to do. I don't know. I haven't decided. The next author after KA Night is going to be B Page, Dancer in the Mask. That's the next featured author. And after that, it's Ketley Allison, Broken Beauty, which is actually in the bestseller list right now for Gothic romance. So tons of stuff going on. And then the other big news is the FFB. That is insane. We're working on merchandise. So we're all going to be wearing shirts that say FanGrrrl Romance Rex. We're going to give away freebies at the events. We're looking at wristbands right now for FanGrrrl Romance Rex. We're looking at pins. I don't know. Bookmarks, stuff like that. We're going to have like our own booth where I do the interviews. And we're going to do, my goal right now, excuse me, I don't want to stock inventory right now. I want it to be made to order. So we'll put up the page of where we have all the merchandise, and then you can go on there and you can order whatever you like. You can order and have it sent to your house. We'll probably also have a QR code at the event where if you like anything we're wearing, you can order it too. We're coming up with some really fun slogans, like for men to wear. One of the men that are coming, I think Sandy's husband is probably going to wear something. It's going to have the FanGrrrl Romance Rex logo on it with the books. So like if you look at my profile for Facebook for FanGrrrl Romance Rex, it'll have that on the front. But then on the back, it's going to be a black shirt with all the neon colors. But on the back, it'll say, you don't have to be a girl to fangirl. So that's one of the ones we're thinking about. So we have all these little fun ones we're coming up with. And I don't know how many options we'll have to begin with, but that's what we're working on. And then as far as the, it'll be cute. Yeah, it'll be super cute. And then as far as my reviews go, I write emoji reviews, but they are very, very, very time consuming. It takes me probably 2 hours to write an emoji review. By the time I write it, on my computer, I send it over to my phone because it's easier to add all the emojis. I proof it. I get the cover photo of the author. I post it on Amazon. I post it on Goodreads. I post it in my group. I pin it to announcements. Then I post it in all the different groups that it applies to on Facebook. It takes me like 2 hours. It takes me a lot of time. So I'm being a lot more selective with those that I write. Now it's got to be ones that I'm just like gaga in love with. I just did one for Black and Blade. Love it. I did one for Fractured Fates. Love it. So it's got to be something that I'm like over the moon about. But there are a lot of books that I really, really, really love. It's just I don't have the time to write a 2-hour emoji review. So like I just read Stephanie Hudson's latest Siren book. I thought it was fantastic. I don't know if I'll have time to write an emoji review. And you know how much I love Stephanie Hudson. I'm writing my own books. I'm doing all the stuff for the groups. I don't necessarily have all that time. So instead I'm doing I just did one recently for, oh my gosh, I've already lost it in my head. Let me see. Let me look real quick. I did it in the OG group. It was a really sweet murder mystery rom-com. Not an emoji review. Hold on, give me a second. I think I still have it in the, you guys probably remember it off the, I mean, my brain is just gone right now. No, I can't find it. Anyways, I just did one where instead of writing an emoji review, I ended up doing like, I just finished this book and I really enjoyed it. I thought the writing was great. And, you know, if you're looking for this kind of book, then, you know, then this is your jam. And here's the, you know, so I write, it's still like 5 paragraphs long, but I can write it on my computer and I can post it immediately. And I don't have to go and put the emojis in there and post it in 10 different places and all that stuff. So instead, it's just usually just a review that I put on Amazon Goodreads or I put it in the group. And it's something that I really enjoyed that I thought someone else may, if that makes sense. So it's just, it's a lot. So I can't believe it. I had it pinned in announcements. I thought I did, but I'm not seeing it at all anymore to say. Like, that's how tired I am right now. Like, my brain, not tired, but my brain is just crazy. Okay. Anyways, so I'm like determined. I'm like, I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it. Oh, you know where? You know how I can find it? On my Kindle. Hold on. Well, maybe not. Anyways, so that is pretty much. I'm determined. Where there's a will, there's a way. Determined. There it is. No, that's not it. That's not. Okay, I'm about to give up. Oh my God. Why is it not showing up in my Kindle? Don't you guys hate that when you don't see your stuff on your Kindle? Oh, there it is. Spellbound After Midnight, Jenna Collette. I felt so bad. I forgot. That was a great book. It was a Cinderella retelling. It was a twist. There was a murder mystery. It was rom-com. It felt a bit YA. It was sweet. It's an excellent palate cleanser for people who's reading dark and heavy stuff and just wants a fresh change to kind of just like, it's like, you know, smelling coffee beans when you're in a candle store. You know, it was great. I really liked it. So that explains that. Okay. All right, you guys. Sorry, I'm going on and on and on and on and on. I really enjoyed The Last Siren. Yeah, that was great. So I'll probably write a post for that, but it probably won't be a emoji review. But that's kind of stuff that you will start seeing, I think, for me going forward, just because I'm, you know, trying to manage it all. Oh, you guys got to see this little guy. Hold on. Come here, baby. Come here. Come here, sweetheart. Oh, I know. Thank you. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. He's so cute. This is Max. Say hi, Max. There he is. He's a little Cavapoo. Oh my God, he's so cute. He's full grown too. He's he turned a year in October. Isn't he so sweet? Anyways, and then okay, see what else is going on, and then we'll call it a day. So we're doing FFB. We're doing the merchandise. We're everywhere. If you want to follow us everywhere, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. It is still a hobby for me. I don't make any money from it. Matter of fact, I spend a lot of money from it. We're actually going to start probably do like a Venmo where people can donate to. I had someone the other day reach out to me saying, can I help with the merchandise? And I might start doing something because it costs me like, I pay every month for StreamYard. I pay every month for the mailer, you know, Mailer Lite stuff. You know, so it's gotten to be kind of costly to do all this hobby, you know. And then I'm writing my own books too. So that's what I'm working on. Okay. All right, you guys. So that is our show for today. The next live will be next month for the OG group. Nope, that is incorrect. The next live for the OG group will be the beginning of March for Hannah Hayes because we're doing our new format. So. All right, you guys, I am going to buzz out. Thank you so much for being on here. I know this has gone on like an hour and a half. Oh, no, it's only live for an hour and 10 minutes. That's good. That's not too bad. And I hope you guys had fun. And make sure you post in the group about Den of Vipers if you want to be eligible. Or at least make it more obvious for us who to choose. We'd appreciate that. All right, you guys. Have a wonderful night. Have a great, what is it, Sunday? And holiday tomorrow for those in the US. I'm off work too. I'm going to go read my book. That's what I've been doing. I've been reading my book. Just reminded me of my book before I start writing the rest of the book too. So, anyways. All right, you guys. Good night. Have a good night. Thanks for joining. Bye.